Nobody came to my PhD defense. Not my parents, not even my grandfather who funded it. Nobody came to my PhD defense, not my parents, not even my grandfather who funded it. They were all at my brother's yacht christening instead. As I finished my presentation, my phone vibrated. 47 missed calls. Dad's text, "Call me now. Emergency." I defended my dissertation last Thursday, but all I could see was the empty front row, the seats my parents promised, the chair my grandfather requested, the space my brother Owen swore he'd fill, all empty. They were 2 hours north, celebrating Owen's new yacht. I sent invitations 6 months early. My mom responded 3 weeks later. "We'll try to make it if Owen's event doesn't conflict." My grandfather called. "Proud of you, Jude. I'll be in the front row." Owen texted the next day. "That's the same weekend as my yacht party. Can you move it?" 4 weeks before, I called to confirm. The silence told me everything. "Jude, you need to understand," my dad said. "Owen's investors are flying in from Singapore. This yacht represents his entire future. Your defense is just a formality, right? You already know you'll pass." My throat closed. "It's my doctorate. 8 years of work," he sighed. "You'll get other degrees." This is Owen's moment. 3 days before, my grandfather called. "Your grandmother isn't feeling well. We need to support Owen. You're the smart one. You don't need us there to validate you." I stood at that podium answering questions, watching Blair in the back, the only family I had. Every glance at those empty seats calcified something inside me. Then came the 47 calls. My cousin Sky texted, "Call me. Don't tell anyone I told you," she was whispering. "They're telling everyone you refused to reschedule because you were jealous of Owen. Your dad announced you didn't want them there. People are believing it." I sent invitations 6 months early. "I know. But Owen's saying you did it on purpose." And Jude, your grandfather just gave a toast about Owen being the family legacy. The one who'll make the family name means something. 8 years in research labs. Owen sold luxury cars, but he was the legacy. At midnight, Sky sent the photo. Owen on his yacht, champagne raised, wearing our grandfather's vintage Rolex. The one promised to me when I finished my doctorate. Blair looked over my shoulder. "That was your graduation gift." My phone lit up. Voicemail from my mom. "Don't be dramatic about the watch. Owen needed it for investor photos. It's just a watch. Your grandfather needs you to send research contacts. Owen's trying to break into medical device sales." Something crystallized that night. I started documenting everything. The trust fund records, the bank statements, the emails promising the watch. 2 years later, Sky sent me estate documents. Grandfather's original trust directive, signed 15 years ago. Educational fund for Jude's doctorate program, not to be redirected. Attached were transfer records. $240,000 moved to Owen's business account during my final year. My education fund, paying for his yacht. Owen's business was going public. His IPO launch at the city's most exclusive venue. Press, investors, the mayor. At 2:47 p.m. on launch day, my attorney delivered legal papers to the venue. Breach of trust. Misappropriation of educational funds. Investors in suits watched Owen's lawyer pull him aside, white-faced, showing him grandfather's signature on the original directive. Through Sky's texts, I watched it unfold. He's screaming at your parents. Investors are asking questions. Someone's calling their lawyers. The CFO just walked out. They're shutting it down. The IPO is suspended. The next morning, headlines ran. "Family trust fraud, shadows failed, IPO." The article quoted court documents, named me as rightful beneficiary, listed the exact amount. $240,000. The watch arrived by courier. My parents' calls started immediately. I blocked every number. The trust fund was deposited into my account by court order 3 weeks later.